out in Bruges. How impressed were you about how they coped with the new challenge out there?
I'm so pleased with our performance because, after the defeat in Liverpool, I was expecting something that, because always we lost a match, we had a very good reaction, and we play well in Bruges. Our first match in the Champions League was a good victory. I think everybody was happy, and now our focus in the Premier League. Next match is a tough match. Leicester knows very well the next opponent, and it will be a battle.
One more on the Champions League, if I may. We've been looking at the stats, and 85% of teams who win their first group game in the Champions League go through to the knockout stages. 85%.
85. I hope to stay in the 85 and not in the 15.
It's a good omen, though, isn't it?
Yes, it's a good. But now we have to put the Champions League beside and think what happened tomorrow. And we have in the middle of the table, and then we want to improve. And next opponent is not so easy. It's not so easy, but we want to win.
How are the players? Do you see any tiredness, any fatigue?
No. They recover very, very well. Today make a very good session. Okay. We've
heard from Sean Dyche today, the Burnley manager.
Yeah.
Who says Leicester can have no excuses about fatigue.
No.
He says they've had first-class travel.
We don't have excuse. If they beat us because they are better than us. Don't worry.
You always like to see a new challenge for your players and test them in new situations. Is the next thing you're looking for now to see how they respond after they've had a Champions League away game?
Yes, because for us everything is new. Everything is new, and I want to see how they respond. For this reason, I don't want excuse. They told me they are okay, and they have to show this on the pitch. Of course, Burnley want to increase the tempo, the rhythm, because they think in the last 15 minutes maybe we are tired. I don't believe.
Will you make some changes to the team?
Could be, the day before. Then today I'll think about everything.
What's the team news? How's Danny Simpson?
Danny Simpson is trained very well.
Is he ready to play, do you think?
He's ready to play.
Mendy?
Mendy not yet. I think he needs another week, and then we start with us.
Jeff Sloop?
Jeff Sloop is with us, and then is ready to play.
Anybody else?
No,
after the game?
No, it's okay.
Islam Slimani impressed a lot of people on his debut. Is he ready for what is a new challenge for him in the Premier League? Could he play a full 90 minutes? Do you think he's ready for that yet?
I don't know if he's ready to play 90 minutes. But it's important also for him to understand the spirit of the Premier League. He knows the Champions League, he knows the Europa League, but the Premier League is completely different. But he's an intelligent player, and I'm very, very sure if he plays, he'll do well.
Only 1,400 Leicester fans got to see their club record signing on Wednesday night. There's a lot of fans here who would like to see him at the King Power Stadium, isn't there?
Yes. They can wait.
Good man. What do you expect from Burnley? I mean, they've won 2 of their last 3 away games, but they don't have a lot of possession. We've been looking at this, and maybe they're a little bit like Leicester.
Yes, they are very strong, very solid, 4-4-2. They very narrow, and it's very difficult. We watch some matches, and they play well. Very, very impressive. Well done.
And we were told that the club had made a bid for Michael Keane in the summer. Is he a player that you're impressed by?
Speculation. Normal speculation.
Thought you'd say that. Thank you, Claudio.
Thank you to you.
Chris? Claudio, just wondering about Daniel Armati, obviously getting the chance to play a little bit more than last season. How do you feel he's developing into his role?
But I told too many times, no, we want to improve our young players, and Daniel is he can play in a lot of position, and of course now there is the opportunity for him to show that they best position, because he's a central midfielder. In his career, play also right back, winger, central defender, but is a rule normal position is a central midfielder. And then, of course, he's getting better every match.
And Riyad Mahrez, obviously, we saw the best of him. How important is it him to be more consistent, to show the sort of form he did last season, game after game after game?
Yeah, no, it's important because Riyad is very important for us, and now is improving also in the defensive way, and I'm very, very happy because no every match Riyad can do something special, but it's important he plays well for the team.
You always concentrate on the very next match and not the one ahead
no,
of that, not the one
believe
that's
it. I forget what happened.
But the fans can remember, can't they? So they can enjoy the moment of the Champions League. But for you and the players, it's got to all be about Burnley now.
Yes, of course. That is the new challenge, Forget and think about next match. I'm used to do this because always in my career, when something happens, it's finished. You have to think what is good, what is wrong, try to continue with the right things, and try to improve the wrong things. I'm used to stay with these things in my mind, and now is already also my players are very, very quick to change every time the challenge. Forget Bruges, forget Liverpool. One we lost, one we won. It's finish. Clean your mind and next match, because the opponent want to beat us.
And just one final question on penalties. Is there any dispute or discussion to be had now about penalties? Who takes them when they're on the pitch? Are you still allowing the players to decide that amongst themselves?
Yeah, no. I of course I can say this is my players to shoot a penalty, but at that moment it's important somebody take his responsibility. Maybe I feel good, I don't feel good. That is important from them.
So there's not a designated penalty taker. It's dependent on the match and the situation.
Yes, depending on who plays. I can design Riyad Mahrez, and Riyad Mahrez is with me on the bench, of course.
Okay.
Thank you.
Ian, please, Chris. Don't mind. Thank you.
Hello, Claudio.
Hi.
You just mentioned moving focus from Champions League to the Premier League. How do you do that? How do you stop them thinking about Champions League music and playing in Europe to, with respect, playing Burnley?
Yes, that is the new challenge. That is the new challenge. I believe how we react immediately, we play better. I try to say this to my players. I push this every time. And I think we also, if for us is the first time in the mental way, because Leicester played so many matches in Championship, they are used to play every 3 matches. That is no problem for us. The problem if somebody are thinking at the music, and I ring the bell. If they are thinking about the music, I ring my bell.
In the past in your career, you've seen people forget the music very, very quickly and switch on to the Premier League. How have those players that have done that well done that?
No. For the reason in my career, my sometimes depend. No, in Italy, when happened, my team was because the stress in Italy is much more. And when we played in Europe League, the stress in Europe to try to win, we achieve at the semi-final, and of course, the Premier League was not so good as well the year before. Now that is normal for us. We can win again the title, no? But it's important to maintain a very good line and try to do our best in Europe.
With lots of games coming up, do you have enough options defensively with Burnley and Chelsea and then Manchester United having played on Wednesday?
Yes, of course. We have to look everything well and choose every time the right players.
I'd imagine in your dressing room there's a real sense of putting the game at Anfield right, the Liverpool defeat, going into the game against Burnley. Is that going to help with your motivation?
I think this defeat is digest with the Champions League victory. Now we can think more easily at the Liverpool match and then think, hey, be careful because Burnley beat Liverpool. Have a beaten. Or is that right?
On a couple of individuals, Rob went through some of the injuries. I just wondered how Matty James was and whether he was a consideration for your first team at the moment.
Yes, he had a little injury at his ankle, and now is waiting. This player is very, very unlucky. Every day is very, very close to be fit. Something happened, and now the ankle. Unlucky.
Do you think that'll be? Do you have any ideas? A big injury, small injury? Weeks?
No, big, not big. Not so big, but he can train because his ankle is very, very painful.
Bartosz Kapuczka, we haven't seen much of him. Does he feature in your plans short term?
Yes, he's a fit in my plans, but it's important during the training session he understands the spirit of the Premier League. He's a young, I believe in him, and for me it's important how he improve his challenge during the training session.
And finally, when you watched Vardy and Slimani on Wednesday, what pleased you about that? When you looked at that, what did you think about the partnership? Because the partnership, you said, is very important with Okazaki.
Yes, for us it's very, very important. But now I have the opportunity to choose very well my strikers, and I'm very happy.
Okazaki's fit, is he?
Also, last match was fit when he was on the stand, but I had to choose only 18 players.
Tough decision.
Yes, bad decision. Yes, I know. I'm very sad, but with everybody, because when I have a squad who everybody is training very, very well. Yes, I choose because it's my job. Choose the first 11 and also who come on the bench. But it's very, very sad to say, hey, you stay out.
Good luck against Burnley, Claudio.
Thank you.
From Louise in the corner, please.
Claudio, just to follow up on that last point, with so many matches coming up, is that going to give you an opportunity to maybe keep some of the players happy and rotate it a bit more?
Yeah, of course. I had to rotate something. No, not as a tinkerman, but I had to rotate some players.
And just one more question. Getting a home win, how important will that be to kind of start some momentum in the Premier League for you this weekend?
It's very important. It's very important to go back and react after the last defeat in Premier League.
Thanks, folks. We'll go for the dailies now. So just cut away for the cameras, please.